Here's my new alcohol stove I just made today. Well, Quinn was sick and throwing up, and I finally got her fixed and put her to bed, and she was taking a nap. Tula Dunes and I made this cool alcohol stove out of a Coors Light aluminum bottle. I don't even drink Coors Light. Stuff's nasty, but I bought 2 bottles of it in order to make this because I found it on the internet. And this is like, I don't know, 3rd or 4th alcohol stove I've made. And I don't know, this one works awesome actually. So here we go, we'll light it up and I'll show you while I'm talking. That's the can. Light it up, hold up, let me burn myself real good. Starts off, takes a minute, and then it will finally bloom once it heats up the alcohol. So what I have in here is some heat in the yellow bottle, antifreeze. I have 2 ounces exactly. That is 60 milliliters for anybody that's not, in the U.S. Put that in there. You light it, and it will eventually bloom out of the sides. It takes a while for the gas vapor to, well, it takes a while for the alcohol to vaporize and then bloom. So you'll start to get this bloom out of the sides. Sometimes you kind of have to coax it a little bit. Oh, it's starting to go, baby. Sometimes you got to kind of, ooh, there we go. Coax it to get it going. Blammo. Would that take a couple seconds? Doing this in the house, which is super safe. So here we go. I have Stanley cooking pot, 2 cups of just tap water in there. How sweet is that? See it vaporizing in the bottom? See the holes I've cut in the bottom? We'll get into that in a minute. Let's put the pot on, baby. Try not to wreck myself in my house. I did this earlier today, like I said, when Quinn was knocked out sick, and it took, I don't know, basically 5 minutes to boil 2 cups of water. Super light, pretty respectable for something of that type of nature. So what you do, I found this on the internet and I will link it in the description. You take a Coors Light aluminum bottle and the measurements from the top down, you measure 2 3/16 down, and you cut it off right there at the bottom where my marker is. Essentially, right below, a little bit below where it starts to taper. That's going to be one section, this section. You then measure from the bottom up 2 3/4, and you're going to cut that off like yay. So you're going to have the top that's about this big, and you're going to have the bottom, which is about this big. You get rid of the middle part, throw that away. You then take the top, you invert it, you press it down into the bottom. Like I said, I'll link the video to this guy. So the top is going to be inverted in the bottom. The bottom is measured up higher than the top. So you're going to have a little bit that's going to be over that you're going to crimp. And I'll show you that in a minute too. What you have to do for the fuel to actually be able to get in is you take like scissors and you cut a V here, you cut a V here, you cut a V here. 3 V's essentially right down to where the threads start. You can take a pair of scissors, V here, V here, V here. My video is not going to do it justice, but I'm just showing you how it works. So that's going to allow the the heat once it's flipped over to get through. It's going to create an airtight seal in there. There's going to be a dual chamber, and it's going to make, you know, pressure. So then what you do is you take a 1/16 drill bit, and you're going to drill holes all the way around. Oh, hear that? So I did 24 holes. So right there where the holes are, there's actually 2 layers of aluminum. One is the outside, the other part is the inside. Oh shit, it's dripping water out of there. The other part's sitting in there like this. So you're going to drill holes, and it's going to be through the first layer, but not through the second layer. So it'll be airtight. It'll create a pressure system. The fuel will go through, get my finger in there, the holes you cut in the bottom. The other part of the bottle is out like this, and it's going to come up, heat up the alcohol or the heat, and vaporize and come out the ports, which are the jets that you see. Oh boy, that's hot, man, just from being there that quick. Ugh, Coors Light, I hate that stuff. But in the name of science, this is what it is. So I don't know how long it's been going. Doing this in my kitchen, or right in my dining room. It's already almost starting to boil. The recording time is 6:45 right now, and part of that was me dinking around. So in that amount of time, it's already started to boil this water. That's pretty cool. In my experience from doing this once today, let's take this right off. Beauty of the Stanley Camp bottle is you can pick it up, it's not even hot. This whole stove on 2 ounces of fuel will run for like about 8 minutes. You want to see it in the dark? Hold up. See all the jets kicking? Your holes don't have to be perfect. As you can see, some of those are not perfectly aligned, but look at the heat coming out of that thing. That's incredible. It weighs in at like 22 grams. Ultralight. I crimped over the top, which you can see, because the outside bottle is taller than the top, or, you know, the inserted portion, and crimped it over and made it nice. It's not totally even. As you can see, there's a higher portion right back there, but man, for a crappy bottle of beer, it took about 5 minutes to make this. 1/16 inch drill bit, a Sharpie, a marker, ruler, and some heat. And like I said, this will go for like 8 minutes. So awesome for ultralight backpacking. I'll link you the video of the guy actually poached this from, but that's great. It'll self-extinguish, and I don't know if you can see it. You can't really tell what I did, but the top of the bottle's inverted in there. Ultra cheap, disposable. Pretty cool. Alright. Thanks for watching. Peace.